Hello, this is my third in movie reviews done by Out of Depth Dealer Gray. And if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe now. Now, I usually try to be a lot more tact and far more analytical in my reviews, but I'm describing two movies, one I like, one I don't like. So we're going to get right to it. The first film that we're going to talk about, we're not talking about an individual, we're comparing pieces, that is right. We're comparing Thor: The Dark World and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. They're both sequels of the Marvel Phase 2 of movies. Now, the reason why I'm comparing them is because one, I felt was a competently done movie. One, I felt was a colossal fucktard and was a failure in every regard to me. First, we want to talk about the failure and what it did positive and negative. I feel as though Thor: The Dark World was boring. I felt as though it was unexciting. It was horribly predictable. I felt the characters were horrible caricatures of swashbuckling Disney movies of old. I felt the action was lackluster. And Thor's just an uninteresting character with an uninteresting mythology. So I just really was not a fan of Thor at all. It was, to me, it was a pretty boring movie. Hold on. Now, Chris Hemsworth to me is suited for Thor, but that's not a positive. Like, you're suited for a character who is... What are Thor's real personality traits? Honor, valor, battle ready? Do we need a classical thespian for that role? We act like we do, but we don't. You know, Loki is fine in the movie. We like Loki. You know, Natalie Portman plays, typical white love interest. So I guess that's pretty interesting. And the one thing I like was the guy that beat Thor up on the desolate planet where the Dark Elf was at. That Loki had to hit with a grenade. That was the coolest villain. The Dark Elf, he was lame. There was no character development. He was just typical bland Disney villain here. Bloop. It felt so generic. I just couldn't watch it. I had a nice battle scene at the end, but other than that, it was pretty corny. Now, to compare that to Captain America: The Winter Soldier, what Winter Soldier I felt did right, where the Thor movie failed, was we care about Captain America. Captain America is established as a character with personality. His side characters have some level of importance to the plot. The plot itself is actually interesting. There's actual tension there, even though there's already an Avengers 2 schedule with Captain America on it. In general, that's the problem with Marvel Phase movies, is the fact that there's no tension because they already schedule sequels. So, is Captain America going to die? We'll find out in the end of Captain America 2. But stay tuned for previews of Captain America 3. It's like, okay, there's already a fucking preview for the third one. So, why would I even worry about him dying in the second one? Anyway. Then we have another problem with the movies where it really detracts from the movie when there is no tension. Like The Winter Soldier, if there was no Captain America sequel, like greenlit already, yeah, that'd be legitimately awesome, but, it is what it is. But I like the movie a lot, actually. I like the storyline, how it, weaved in real world concern for, the sacrifice of freedom and personal privacy for national security. I thought that was a pretty competent thing. Chris Redfield was a very well-played villain with a surprising amount of, there was a surprising amount of relatability to him as a villain. He wasn't just, I want to destroy the world because beans. There was a legitimate reason. He wasn't just a fucking asshole. But, Scarlett Johansson, she did her job well. Anthony Mackie, I liked his role. I wish he had more screen time. He got an action scene. He got about 2 action scenes. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be in the next Avengers movie after Age of Ultron. So, I'm pretty happy about that. And the one negative I had about the movie, though, was, of course, it was a level of predictability to it. There was a level of they feel like Disney movies. But I thought the action scenes were incredible. Maybe because they weren't so CGI heavy. But the action scenes were pretty well done. Samuel L. Jackson was great in the movie. Personally, I had a blast with the movie. I thought the movie was incredibly well done. There was a real good story there. Real 80s political thriller vibe to the blockbuster spectacle. It's just every Marvel movie can't end in a supposed genocide of a world, because eventually it's gonna be like, there's a MacGuffin. I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of people. Even Guardians of the Galaxy ended the same way. So like, damn, like, is there another threat that we can possibly avert at the end of a movie? Does everything end in mass genocide? Age of Ultron is gonna end the same way. The final battle scene is we must stop Ultron before he destroys all of humanity. God damn it! What? If this shit's gonna keep happening, like, can we like put some preemptive measures in place or whatever? But that's just me. So yeah, those are my thoughts of Thor: The Dark World and Captain America: Winter Soldier. I feel Winter Soldier is far better, far more original, far more of a competent movie. Thor: The Dark World is ass and it smells like dog shit. And yeah, if you like me, subscribe to me on YouTube, Al the Death Dealer Gray. Also on Vine, Al_the_Death Dealer. And like all of my funny videos and shit. Also on Instagram with the same, Al_the_Death Dealer. DEAFDEALA. Deuces.